Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So I am doing a swipe. I'm going to do a go swipe. So what I decided to do was I decided to do it on the MDF board, and instead of just doing the black and silver like I did the other day, I have decided to add cadmium red medium. So I did the test with the silver and black, but I want to add the red to it. So cadmium red medium, carbon black, and silver, all in the holcroft. The white base I have already put down. I've spread it out and I've tilted the canvas until it's even and covered the sides. And that is holcroft. That is eraldo di paulo. So the white base is 1 part paint, 4 parts floetrol. The colours are 1 part paint to 3 parts floetrol. So that is the plan. I decided I think the red would actually suit it quite well. And because I did just the plain black and silver the other day, even though it was a test run, I thought I want to give you something a little bit more different to look at. I can just do a plain black and silver another day. So I have my paints all here ready to go. Just remember, with your silver or any metallic, stir it well. That is going to be your main key thing, is stirring it well. Alrighty, I have my swipe thing to wipe it on. And I have my swipe cards all ready. So let's go. I think first we may go the black. So I just have to make sure I stay even. Start off the canvas and then go on. And then go off the canvas. Then we will go red. And then we will go the silver. Okay, so that's 3 colours done. Now it's just a matter, and that's a little bit slightly wonky at this end, shouldn't make too much of a difference. So now it's just a matter of getting the swipe cards ready and actually doing the swipes. I have got my paint cards that I've cut in half. Oops. Now, start the first swipe half off the canvas, so you make sure you get the edges properly. Do it about halfway down, and then swipe. That is looking pretty good. Now the next one, and swipe. Just remember, you're going to get some that are more red, some that are more black. It's just a matter of going along, lifting the card either to the one way or the other, so you get different points, and some long, some short. So it's just a continuation. Whoa, that one came out very red. And you will get that. You'll get some that are more red, some that are more white. That's gone flimsy, so I'm using the other side of the card. If you did your squiggly lines more zigzaggy, not so spaced out, you will get more different effects as well. If you use thinner cards, you will get different effects. It is just a matter of alternating, doing slightly different things each time. Couple of heavy points there, not as much of a thinner point. I'm going to change cards because I think the cards get a little bit solid. There we go. And at the end, go off. Now, before I turn it around, I am going to swipe the edge. Doesn't have to be perfect. If you've seen my other videos, it's just so you don't have a solid line of colour there. Alrighty, it's getting a little bit wet, so I'm going to fold that over. Now I'm going to get dirty fingers, so I'm going to get a paper towel. Ready to wipe my hands because this is the entertaining part, and I have a hair. Very gently pick that up. So this is on the MDF board, so you can't poke at it as much as you would if it was a canvas. So I'm just going to pick it up, spin it around. And as you can see, I've just got mine resting on old cups that I've used. So I've used them for paint. They weren't washed out, or the colour wasn't washing out properly, so I do not throw them away. I use them for when I do things like this. So I've got some, because you don't want to put push pins into the wooden ones as you would with others. Now, we just continue. So try and go roughly where you touched before. And as you're going to notice, I'm probably going to get more black on one side where it was red and more red on the side that it was black. See all the lacing coming through on this side? It takes a little bit of time for the lacing to start. It develops but keeps growing. Getting close to needing fresh paper towel for my swipe card. So new card and new paper towel. You don't want to ruin a painting just because you're not going to get a clean swipe card or paper towel to wipe it off on. Touch, drag, wipe. Touch, drag. Oh, okay. it skipped a little bit there, so I'm going to overlap this slightly and come down. Didn't get completely the skip, but that shouldn't be too bad. I find it easier to skip on the MDF board than I do with the canvas. It's a super bold red one there. And half off, half on, and lift. Now swipe this edge too. That didn't work. There we go. Really, the edges aren't that important. It's just to make it look like it's a bit more blended when you do see it from the side. And you know what? That's done. So the cells will keep developing on the last bits that I've done. The first parts are always there. So I'm quite liking the black, red and silver. I do want to do a plain black and white, black and silver one. But because I did that test the other day, I thought it's going to look similar just on a huge canvas instead of a little mini one. So my little mini one is only about this big, when my large canvas is bigger than my table. It's hard to even get it in screen. So this one here is in between. This is, I think this is 30 by 60 centimeters, when the large canvas is 40 by 80. So now I am just scraping, because I tilted the canvas after doing the white paint. I'm just scraping it to get the excess drips off, because we don't want them sitting there. Drips always dry as a drip. All the way around. After you've done it, have a look to make sure that you didn't skip any parts, and I did a little bit on this front. Did I get them then? Yeah, that looks like it. So, done. Done. So this is looking pretty good. So these here, they don't usually take that long to dry. The canvas ones can be a little bit more because the middle sinks slightly, so you get a slightly heavier sink line. But I'm quite pleased with this. I've got nice points. Oops, keep putting my hand in paint. So you got nice peaks. You've got some thicker ones where you've kind of lifted the card opposite ways and it's become a larger line. You've got thin ones that come down. There's quite good lacing in it. Not a lot of silver that is noticeable, but that's because it is wet. Once it dries, the silver shows up more. At the moment, the silver kind of just looks like these grey areas in here. But they will shimmer and look good once they start. So I am quite pleased. I think I am going to have to just get the camera and bring you down for a close-up. There we go. So that's the whole I'll say whole canvas even though it's an MDF board, but we know what I mean. So it's looking quite good. Just remember, my lighting isn't perfect, so some parts look a little bit, the white can look a bit grey on one edge, but it's not, it's just the lighting. So let's get a close-up of this lacing. Look how cool that is. And they go all the way down. nice lacing all the way through, then you kind of get a bit of a block of colour in the middle, but not overly blocky. Just a bit more solid, but then it goes out. But I think that kind of adds to the interest of it being a bit darker, and then it kind of ghosts itself out. So maybe if I do my camera sideways here like this, there we go. Get the whole thing, and then we can kind of just go along. As you can see, peaks on either end. Some look more red, some look more black, some have a bit of both. Remember, the silver will show up once it's dry. This is what I mean by the edges. It's just a bit smeared, but that's what you just have to do so it doesn't look like a few drops going down. So, where are we? Yeah. So look how cool this lacing is. It's really well defined. Some parts is a lot more lacing, some parts have got more solid colour. Definitely a good assortment of red and black going through. So yeah, that wasn't too long a video. Because I did the white off camera, it makes timing so much more quicker. So this is tonight's pour. So I hope you enjoyed it. It's, remember, carbon black, cadmium red medium, and just silver. And the plain white. Couple of basic colours, but it has a nice effect. And this will look good once it's up, once it's dried. I'll try and get some photos then. So have a great day. Comment, like, subscribe, share, and I think that's it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.